Welcome to our pay-per-view special. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan. This, the site of our championship fight. Scheduled for 12 rounds in the lightweight division between these two great warriors. Diego Chico Corrales' ring walk, something special in the air. You can just sense it out of him. Fisher's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring.
Fighting out of the red corner, Diego Corrales. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Mr. Untouchable, Fisher.
Okay, let's have a good clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round here. See if they go the full 12 tonight. A guy that has good head movement, is that a real learned skill or does that come natural to guys?
Now that's something that has to be taught, Joe. I'm going to take a guy off the street, and I guarantee you, he'll go in there and throw punches. He might not last long, but he'll be throwing. But what he's not going to do is understand how to make a guy miss. That's something that's acquired, something that's taught.
Oh, Diego Corrales is almost out of it there. He was stunned. Gets rid of that effort. Finds his target again. Well, he's going to hope that his vision holds up and isn't impaired because there's swelling now around his eye. Chico able to land the counter punch. So right from the start in this fight, he's committed to the body shots.
Well, that's the time to go there right at the beginning because body work pays off for you later in the fight. No sense in wasting time. Get right to it.
Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. As basic as can be, but it works. A jab followed by the straight. Good block there by Mr. Untouchable. Nice combination, landing more than one. Both were able to score. Fisher's commitment to being judicious and effective really worked out well there. The punch stats prove it. So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
If I'm his opponent, I look at that eye and I say, that's the magic button. Keep going right there, touch it, touch it, touch it, and we could get a stoppage here.
Well, you're not wrong, but also it could work the other way to your detriment. You could be looking for that spot so much that now you're throwing one punch at a time. You're looking just for that. You're not doing the other things. You're not using the jab to set it up. You're not going to the body. And maybe you actually allow your opponent to survive longer because he could see that one shot coming. He could avoid that one shot.
We talk about strength, we talk about power, we talk about speed. What about a fighter's ability to have to listen?
A fighter has to be able to grab from all quarters, from all dimensions, all places where he can be helped. If he can go in the corner and he listens to his trainer, and he's able to take that information, something that maybe he wasn't able to see, and trust it, and be able to make that adjustment, he's helped himself. The same way as a football player who goes to the sidelines, and he's told by his coach, hey, this receiver's open, I know you're not seeing him. Any way that you can listen, you can help yourself.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Able to land. Good shot again. And a nice combo by Mr. Untouchable. Blocks it away. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Mr. Untouchable.
You're doing good. Keep it up, all right? Very good. Very good. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing.
And round number 3 is underway. Good work with the combination, putting his punches together, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it is paying off. You know, the first couple didn't get there, but he caught him on the back end.
Fisher's ability to properly throw and land his combinations has been stunning. Teddy, why is he so successful?
Because you just said it, he's putting them together. You know, 1 or 2 wouldn't land, but he's handcuffing the guy. And the first 2 punches, they set up the 3rd and 4th.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top.
Keep your hands up.
Good defense just covering up down low. How about that 4-punch combination? Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. On the mark with the overhand right. Chico able to land the counter punch. Fisher's punch stats tell the story of that last round, Teddy. He was just the busier man.
Yeah, he was the busier man. Not big blows, you know, not real damaging blows, but he controlled the tempo.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Fisher's got that momentum of an unbeaten fighter. Good block by Corrales. Diego Corrales is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Nice strike after catching one by Diego Corrales. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. He's in a tough spot. There's no way around it. The eye is swelling so badly that we could see an end to this fight.
Yes, it is, but it's not an impossible spot. It's not a spot where fighters before him have not been in and have not survived and even won it. You look at Carmen Basilio when he fought the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, his eyes were closed. He found a way to win.
Look at him put his punches together. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Fisher's commitment to throwing punches in that last round really scored well for him.
Asserting your punches as well as nothing. Just focus on
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Accuracy an issue there, didn't land that straight right hand. What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Jab and a straight right by Mr. Untouchable. A little defense turns to offense by Mr. Untouchable. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Oh, and a cut has opened up above his eye. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Fisher's doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your scorecard.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight. Everything he likes.
Don't worry. You need to capitalize on this business, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make it pay for his speed.
The start of the 6th round. Fisher's got us wondering if he can end the fight in this round. He almost did so in the last round. He really hurt his man.
Yeah, but he's not really a finisher. That's the thing. We're going to find out whether or not he changes his disposition tonight. You know, whether or not he acts a little bit differently.
Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
And he pulls the trigger again. He just missed that shot up top. Diego Corrales is able to avoid that punch. Diego Corrales is learning a lesson here that you don't want to learn, and that is no head movement means you're going to take shots to the head.
Well, Customato used to tell me, if you don't move your head, guess what? The other guy are moving for you. Right now, the other guy is moving his head for him.
Painfully so. There's the combo downstairs. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. Nice combination, landing more than one. Both were able to score. Way to block there. Fisher's doing a good job of targeting on the inside. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Fisher's in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards the win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that prevent defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent could get back into this fight.
He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Teddy, he's just covering up. That's all he's doing, but it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean, first of all, some of them are going to get through and some of them will watching them. They're getting through. And you just touched on it. I mean, you cover up, you tell your opponent, hey, I'm camping out, I'm not throwing back. So instead of throwing one or two at you, he's throwing combinations of 3, 4, 5. You got a problem.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. His cheek has been split wide open. A headshot blocked. Fisher's in complete control. Teddy, way ahead on the scorecards every which way, isn't he?
Yeah, every which way, and especially the most important way, I think, is that the fight is in his kind of pace. It's a fast-paced fight. It's an outside fight. It's exactly what he wants, not only to be ahead, which we think he is, but to stay ahead.
He's got a real problem on his hands right now. That cut has worsened to the point where clearly the referee's giving it a look. He's thinking about stopping this fight. Is this the time now, Teddy, where the fighter has to understand that and try to end the fight on his own terms?
Well, it's a catch-22 right now, Joe, because he has to be more defensive-minded. He has to make sure that he doesn't catch any more leather in that area to worsen that cut. But he also has to find some offense to slow this guy down, to give him a reason to start stepping back instead of stepping forward.
He missed with that headshot. Turns over the hook after turning away his opponent's shot. Fisher's showing us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Fisher's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Oh, and there you go. Diego Corrales is in. Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But, Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Got to be accurate to send the combination to the body, and he does that. Oh! Fisher stunned, and he is hurt. Diego Corrales is mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait, or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Good combination. Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's whopped. This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down. From a big shot, now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Nice block by Mr. Untouchable. It's over. This fight is over. Fisher's earned himself a TKO win. The ref steps in and stops it.
TKO, your winner and still champion of the world, Mr. Untouchable Fisher.
Fisher's arm to be raised in victory. He's still the champ.
Well, he got the kind of fight that he wanted, took advantage.